New developments to a story that's been making headlines. An Arizona congresswoman says that she will travel to El Salvador to demand due process for Kilmar Obrego Garcia. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Caribe Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Obrego Garcia is an undocumented immigrant who's been living in Maryland and then was deported to El Salvador last month. Now the issue has become a political hot potato.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono sat down with Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari, and she is joining us live here in studio. And Bianca, she wouldn't be the first lawmaker to make this trip.
That's right. Just today, a Maryland senator flew to El Salvador and was denied a meeting with Obrego Garcia. So I asked Congresswoman Ansari why she is still planning this trip. Do you believe there's a more efficient way to accomplish this rather than flying there?
I don't know what that efficient way is when the president has already ignored the Supreme Court of this country.
Arizona Democratic Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari sitting down with 12 News, hours after announcing her plans to travel to El Salvador to attempt to visit Kilmar Obrego Garcia.
To me, what is happening with the case of Kilmar Obrego Garcia is a profound an urgent issue for every American in this country.
The Justice Department previously stated Obrego Garcia was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, and the Supreme Court has called the removal illegal, pointing to a 2019 decision where a judge barred Obrego Garcia's return to El Salvador due to his fear for his safety there. In a unanimous vote, the Supreme Court ordering the government to facilitate his return.
If we don't stand loudly and boldly against this administration's complete disregard for the rule of law and our Constitution, then we are entering very dangerous territory for everyone in this country.
But President Trump's administration stands by the deportation, saying Obrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang, releasing records from 2019, which they say confirm that. He's never been charged criminally in the U.S., and he and his attorneys deny gang affiliation, but the documents say when Obrego Garcia and 3 others were detained, a police informant confirmed he was an MS-13 member, and it was later documented in court records.
He was illegally inside our country and had a lawful deportation order made him subject to removal back to his home country of El Salvador.
Why go out of your way and exert your time and resources to fight for this person?
The point overall is not about the details of this case, it's about due process.
Ansari hopes she can push for Obrego Garcia's return, while the Trump administration says if he does end up back in the U.S., he'll be deported again. If ultimately Mr. Garcia is brought back to the United States, given due process, and then deported to another country that's not El Salvador, would you be okay with that?
This is a hypothetical that I don't feel comfortable responding to. I think what I would be comfortable with is him being returned, of course, having due process.
And Ansari tells me she's trying to get her trip authorized as an official congressional trip, but if that does not happen, she still plans to go on her own. We're live in studio tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks.